If you have not liked this, please like this, go and share this, because we're talking about pure commentator gold right here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get it nowhere else except one place, the Late Night Hype.
Are you ready for an unforgettable experience? Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get hype.
Let's get hype.
Oh yeah.
I got a better intro.
What's going on, Dallas Cowboys universe, Cowboys Nation? The late night hype is back. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of news. 1 week and just everything happens. Y'all know we're gonna give it to you. Are you ready? Here we go. Man, it's been 1 week since we did the last late night hype, and dog, everything has changed. I mean, what the hell, dog? This is crazy.
He sound like Minister said, tat, what the hell, man?
Come on, man. What up,
It's
though,
crazy.
y'all? It's crazy. As you would like to say, it's total pandemonium.
Could not believe it.
It's all good, though. Listen, y'all, a lot of news, a lot of notes, a lot of nuggets, so much to get to, and what better place to be than the late night hype?
Late night hype.
What's up,
Yeah.
everybody out there? What's going on, Big Game James, All Nation? What's up?
What's up, man? Just chilling, chilling like a villain. And as I said before, in the great immortal words of Chris Tucker, grand opening, grand closing with Gerald McCoy.
Well,
Oh my God.
that's something that's we will get there. We will get there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still trying to act like that ain't happening right now, but
Right.
Yeah.
but it did.
It was all a dream.
I used to read Word Up
I
magazine.
used to read Jerry Jones magazine.
Heavy D.
It was hyped to be here. Oh, by the way, real quick, I do need to address this. I know y'all probably like, whoa, wait. I thought you was Skywalker Still. Y'all reading this down there like that. Don't say Skywalker Still.
Oh yeah.
You know, for those that have been on the page since day one, I've been Skywalker. I am rebranding slightly, and I'll get more into it when I do my own show. But yes, I am now the Dallas Cowboys universe. But I'm still Skywalker Still. But let me tell you why it's Dallas Cowboys universe, man. It hit me. It's no longer just Cowboys Nation. We universal. We universal. That's why. So that's why.
Man, that's a dope name, man.
And plus, you know what I'm saying, a boy britches done got big. He said, I ain't no damn Sky. I'm universe, mother.
No. I'm still Sky. No. We still Sky. We still
Dog,
Sky.
you
We still Sky.
Dog, I might bite. I might say Law Universe now. You know?
Yeah.
Y'all universe.
Yeah, he already bid it. Yep, he bid it. And Blogging the Boys gonna get your ass when you bid it too.
Right.
Speaking of which,
Blogging the Boys gonna be like, hey, you cheated.
RJ Ocho. Yeah, I said your damn name, RJ Ocho.
speaking of which, yo, I was
RJ
gonna wait.
Ocho.
I was gonna wait till after the Legends giveaway. Which, since we're on this, I'll segue into the Legends giveaway in a second. But before we get into all the notes and stuff, first of all, shout out to Cowboys Nation. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys universe, right? You guys really defended my guy, our brother, not just Cowboy brother, but our brother, Law Nation this past weekend when Blogging the Boys and whomever the hell runs that place tried to throw shade at Law Nation. I was really upset about that. I know, Law, you for every right you had to be upset. But
Right.
I felt like, you attack Law of all people. Attack me. Right? Like,
No,
attack me. I'm new here. But you
No,
attack
attack
the OG who does this thing the right way, who helps everybody in this game, who is a stand-up gentleman, a stand-up guy, and brings his own content to the nation. You don't need to bite nobody like that. Dog. It really was frustrating. And Big Game James, you came to his defense as well. Now there were some other things you wanted to do, but you
Hey,
go
we
ahead.
said it last night. Me and Koy said it last night. We ain't got no shame in it. We see you in the streets. We just gonna see if you got that same energy and talk to you like, hey, you good? Because we remember what you said about Law. You good? And I best believe, I guarantee you, if it was all of us, he'd just keep on walking the other way like he ain't see us. You feel me? We ain't trying to be on no thuggery, but don't be disrespecting
Just
my
come
dog
from
Law.
behind. Come from behind that screen name,
That shield.
that shield. Yeah.
Well, you a coward because you scary because you know what it is. And here's my thing: when I first got into this media thing, Law was the first person that I started following, sharing all his videos. He was the first person I ever brought on an interview on my show when we were in the studio. So that's my dog for life. Most utmost respect. And for somebody to attack him like that, let's just keep it real. Law hit us up on the early morning and was like, "This is war."
Man, I woke up in the middle of the night.
You know what I'm saying? I got right up and went on that Twitter and went at him. And then I was like, "So what you want to do, Law?" Law's like, "This is my name." I'm like, "Well, let's go."
It's my name.
And then everybody else, Botch, Okoye, Foots. I mean, everybody in the YouTube community was a beautiful thing. How we all loped up and banded together and said, "Not today, buddy."
I bet you he didn't expect that.
He didn't. Hey, did you ever see him talk?
No.
Right.
Did you see him get anybody's inbox?
No, he must thought all of this beard hair grow without testosterone. You know what I'm saying? This beard don't grow because I got estrogen. I remove all estrogen, whatever you call it. It's not even around me. So this beard grows because I got testosterone.
Nice.
And you can't mess with a man name. I would understand if he would have just hit me up in the inbox and said, "You know what, dog? What you doing is kind of grimish, whatever it may be."
Whatever you thought.
That wouldn't even been cool. It would have came in and said a question, Law. That's how you should approach you. Like, "Hey man, what's going on with this? Let's talk about it." No way. And for you to call, I'm sorry, Scott, I just want to get this out.
Yeah.
For you to call him lame,
Ooh.
and then super lame, and then
kept
call
tagging
him a thief. And then you tagged him 2 more times, and that's when I jumped there and said, "Stop atting him. Like, you being disrespectful. You hide behind blogging the boys, but you keep atting my dog."
Yeah,
he was
a coward,
man. I said,
"You're a yellow belly coward."
And people was like, "Well, you shouldn't respond like that."
Man, they can kiss my ass.
When I said I'll whoop that ass, no, don't you know? I don't have to lie to kick it. Oh, of course, shout out to your mama if you're watching the show, but my mama already know.
So there's people in the comments that don't know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have no idea what the hell's going on.
I said he needs to stay in his lane anyways and mind his own business.
Hey.
It didn't take place anyways in the first place.
There you
go. Time out.
Off the top rope.
I'm out. When Booth ain't come on the mic,
it's serious.
Something serious done happened.
It's serious. Booth ain't got it because she said stay in your lane.
So for those who don't know about what happened, I'll just real quick, we'll briefly describe it and then we'll move forward. Blogging the Boys came out on Twitter and accused Law of stealing content, which was literally a list of acquisitions of the Cowboys that departures and acquisitions the Cowboys had from John Machota, I believe.
Machado, yep.
Okay, go ahead, Law. We got you. And John Machado, whatever. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. And they tried to say he didn't give him credit for the list, but if they would have clicked the link on Instagram, the credit was given in the comment section. Not only given to Blogging the Boys, which it wasn't even theirs. It was also Machota he gave credit to. At the end of the day, it's a damn list. There's no graphics, no video production, no ideas. It was a list. And he disrespected the man in Law and called him lame and a thief. He kept calling him a thief, and it just got real disrespectful, and we couldn't sit by and let that happen. So Law handled it well, I believe. I mean, it could have been way worse, but he handled it well, and YouTube community handled it well. And Cowboys Nation, you guys came and defended him, so appreciate you guys. And yeah, so that's that. I just wanted to get that out since it came up. And shout out this Eduardo. Jeff Kavanaugh came out, and man, I got Jeff on this Sunday, by the way, and we're going to talk about it probably too. Just give him his props, give him his flowers. He's been on our show, he's been on your show, he's been on our show. Jeff, man, what a great dude for everything he does for everybody. He gave us our flowers. He gave Law his flowers, and then he went on his national, radio station 105 through the Fan and shouted all of us out. So
name drop. That's what I loved about him because I know he did that on purpose. Yeah. So because remember how when we broke that story with Ioka, they were like Silver and Blue. We're like, what? Silver? No, say who did this? The late night high. You told me how they halfway gave it. your boy Kavanaugh did the right thing. He said, Law Nation, Big Game James, Skywalker Steel, Vach Lombardi. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Jeff's a good dude. Can't wait to kick it with him on Sunday.
Yeah,
So, y'all,
he's
that is what happened. That's that. We're going to wrap it up, all right? Let's move on to a whole bunch of news that dropped this past weekend. Now, the reason why Law disappeared, he's got some stuff going on at the house, some kind of maintenance, so he's just handling that. But we'll figure it out. We'll get it together. But
You the point guard. I still can, throw the alley-oop. I can still dunk.
Show. Got you. But you want to just dive right into the McCoy thing? Let's just go ahead and dive
we got
into
to.
Let's just dive right into it.
We got to.
Listen, y'all, camp has started this past week. This is some shots of the first day of camp, and it was exciting.
So beautiful, man.
It was very exciting. I know you was hyped. We all were hyped. We were in in the chat just talking about everything and just excited to see the players, pictures, video footage, just some football, something that's not talking about COVID. And it was an exciting start, right? We had footage of CeeDee Lamb, Dak, Zeke, McCoy, Poe, the D-line. And then Monday came. First day of camp. The first day in pads. Monday came, and McCoy, we all thought at first he tore an ACL because that's what was being reported out there. It was a fear of a torn ACL, but if you don't know, he eventually ruptured his quad tendon. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay, he ruptured his quad tendon, and he is out for the rest of the season. It's unfortunate. So just kind of give your thoughts on McCoy before we move on to how we replace him. How do you feel about the whole situation for the man himself?
I'm super sick. Like I can't. I mean, I can move on, but it just hurts because here's the two reasons why it hurts so bad. Because even he just made a video and he's so upbeat. I mean, even when the situation, everything that has happened, being released and everything, he still has the upbeat. He still has the positive attitude. That is what I really wanted to be in this locker room. Not just in that locker room, but on the on-field teaching, putting the arm around the Tristan Hills and the Nelville Gallimores and not only teaching, but your playing ability. I just think that would have been such a godsend this year. Like I was really, because I think McCoy, I've been watching him since he was at Oklahoma because I'm a Texas guy. So I've been seeing him since then, and it's like from afar, it's kind of like, man, I've been waiting for this type of player to get with the Cowboys. And I think he wanted to be with the Cowboys for a while too. And the marriage finally happened, so we're like, yes. And then it to be snatched away from you just like that, it hurts. And I mean, we've seen his ability, Sky. We know what he does, 5 sacks a year since like 2012.
7 straight seasons.
For the on-field production. But I'm sorry, I just really can't underestimate what he really would have brought inside that locker room into the team, his infectious personality. You know how we have the Joe Looney on offense, how he's so infectious and how he keeps everything loose, and that's why we love a Joe Looney. Well, I think Gerald McCoy was that guy on the defense. And that's what hurt me the most out of this. Probably work. I just wish him the best, and Cowboys got to move on. The good thing about it is, Sky, is that they were smart and they covered themselves with depth. And now a Tristan Hill, who I said don't get rid of.
We'll get there. Hey, Law, do you want to explain to the people, because McCoy was cut, all right, and it kind of surprised us. I'm still surprised about it, but then when you hear kind of the reasons why, you understand a little bit. You want to explain to the nation if they don't know why McCoy was cut or released on I believe it was an injury waiver.
Yeah, sometimes a contract is a binding agreement between two people, right? Two or more people, and his party or his team already agreed upon because he had pre-existing situations with his ruptured, I guess, a knee or a tendon of the
His
attachment
quad.
or whatever. Quad, I meant to say, yeah,
Yeah.
the quad. So he had pre-existing situations with that when he came through the pre-screening. So they sat down and they did the right business move. The business move would be, okay, in the event if this particular quad gets injured or ruptured or what have you, whatever happened, then we have rights or fair rules to release you. Now, on the flip side, the brother got $3 million per practice that he pretty much played in because he only played and participated in what, 3 practices, right? So that's $1
Yeah.
million a practice. So I don't think that he's hurt for any money. I do know that some fan bases of the people will look at it and say, man, that's trash of the Cowboys to get rid of him while he was injured or what have you. But no, within the confines of his contract, it shows that in the event if he get injured for that particular reason, they have fair right to release him.
Yeah, and at first, again, like I said, I was shocked about it. I didn't know what was dirty, and that's why I actually hit up Pat. I said, hey, man, can you kind of give us the inside scoop on what's going, not even the inside scoop, just tell me, is this because they just were saying, hey, he's old and we don't want nothing to do with him anymore, or is there something more? And then, like you said, those details started to come out and it cleared the air a little bit. And there is apparently mutual interest for McCoy and for the Cowboys to come back in 2021. But honestly, that probably all depends on how Tristan Hill and Neville Gallimore do. Right?
Yeah. And then on top of that, what they save is $6 to maybe $7 million
Over the rest of the contract.
Over the life of the contract. So with that money, maybe you can entertain other veterans that's out there or other players that you would need to help this team get to the Super Bowl.
Well, I will say this right quick. It's not devastating, but it does hurt that McCoy did get hurt and released. But I'm gonna keep it real. As much as I love McCoy, if a Dontari Poe would have got hurt like this, he's just now getting acclimated, that would have changed the whole makeup of all this. Because, see, the thing is, McCoy was the 3-tech. The good thing about it is you got a Tristan Hill's a 3-tech, and he can flex between the 3 and the 1. You got Tyrone Crawford who can play the 3. You got Neville Gallimore that can play the 3. You got the young rookie from, I believe, is it James Madison that they really like. If he gets on the field, he can play that 3-tech. So they have some young bucks, and you can slide an Alden Smith in there. Okay, you get what I'm saying? You can slide an Everson Griffin depending on how you want to do your lineups and matchups. So that, if there's any consolation in it, the position that he played, there was more depth. Now, if you had a Dontari Poe and that happened, I'm going to be a little more frustrated right now if that happened.
Well, if Dontari Poe went down, I think people were screaming snacks anyway with McCoy going down. But if Poe went down, you have to get on the horn and go get snacks immediately.
Immediately.
But what do you think about snacks anyway, though? That's been a name that's been popping up in my chat for the minute that McCoy went down.
Why? Well, what's wrong with it? And people were like, he's a 1-tech. I know he's a damn 1-tech.
Yeah.
So what? He Snacks Harrison.
Yeah.
Is that going to hurt the team, you guys? If you got Snacks Harrison and Dontari Poe, are we going to be mad at that? No.
And he's a good run plug too. And then you got to think about it too. You don't wait for your car to run out of gas and say, hey, I need to get gas. You want to go ahead and make sure you prepare for the future. And if Snacks, they say he live here locally, right? That's crazy. He's right here in town. So let's offer that man some more snacks and a cup of coffee and bring him on over here. Get your big butt over here.
I mean, I still wouldn't put it past this. This is going to sound funny for me. I would not put it past this front office to go get him. Because we've seen they want.
That's weird.
I know, right? Clinton Dix, Randall Cobb, Gerald McCoy, Dontari Poe. Like, the years past, we weren't doing this. Robert Quinn, we weren't doing this. So it wouldn't shock me if a Snacks is brought in. I don't expect it because you already have your 1-tech and he is a 1-tech. And I think that's, if you listen to Steven, they're relying on Hill and they're relying on Gallimore. I'd be all for Gallimore and Hill to step up as your 3-techs, but you got to be careful, man. We got to be careful. They're bucks. We haven't seen them yet. I mean, we've seen Hill, but he still obviously has a lot to go here. But I do love what Tyrone Crawford said about Hill. He said, up here is better. And to me, I've been saying it. Y'all know I've been saying it. It's never been a talent thing with Hill. Tristan Hill has the talent. Does he have the want-to? Does he have the drive? And we literally heard Crawford and Coach say,
and Gallimore,
that this man is hungry. That's what I want to hear. Were you hearing that last year? Wasn't Brandon Tucker saying that players in the front office, in the locker room, not feeling Hill, or we're not feeling Hill? So if Hill can step up, if Gallimore can step up, and those guys show promise, I don't think McCoy is coming back next year.
No, he's not. I don't feel like he is. I think, it's kind of one of those things where it's like the feel good. Hey, yeah, we'll revisit that next year, and then we'll see. It's kind of that feel good thing, but in reality, it's probably not going to happen. I'm really excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited about Tristan Hill. I made a video about him 4 months ago, and I said, don't let this man go. I'm excited about him. Just like you said, Skywalker, we've all been talking about it. It's been the mind. It's been the mind. If you get that mind together, there ain't never been a question of talent. And it frustrates me when I keep on hearing Cowboys fans like they want to just throw him away and call him a bust. He's not a bust on no damn talent. If you think he's a bust on talent, I don't know if you know football, Mike.
Yeah, man,
that will and determination is everything. But this is what I want to see, though. Just like when Travis Frederick went down in 2018, he was still on the sideline calling things like that, right? So I would love to see McCoy. I think that he can't go, huh?
No, he's
can
cut.
He sign him as something, maybe Skype something in or something?
Man, he gone. Hey, you want me to quote? Do you need me to quote some more minutes to you? He dead, man. He dead.
Well,
somebody got to continue like this. Hey, man, you stay here with him. We out.
No, but for all seriousness, for the folks out there, because somebody did say, can't he stick around as that veteran leadership? That's what we thought before he was cut. He has literally been cut from the team. So if he's around, I mean, that would be a unique situation.
That'd be weird.
It'd be different. I'm sure he can still hit up Hill and Gallimore if he wanted to, and Poe and whatnot. But he is no longer a part of the Dallas Cowboys organization, which is strange. I mean, we were all excited about it.
Gosh, it hurts how he went from being like the darling of the team, like he could have been the media guy. Like Gerald McCoy could have been the media guy for the Cowboys this year, the guy that has the hot takes. Now we just have no takes.
Yeah. Dr. Phil says no need for snacks. Well, Phil Great, I should say. Dr. Phil Great says no need for snacks nor clowning. This team just needs chemistry. Then the only limits will be imagination. I'm
still taking snacks.
I would definitely get a snack for clowning.
I'm still getting snacks.
I'm greedy, dog. I want all the best players I can get for a reasonable price. Let's be real. Let's just be real.
That beer went down the wrong.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, no.
Beer went down the wrong pipe.
Hey, so
on the first 48.
First 48.
Finish
A
him.
fella by the name of Big Game James choked on his beer.
Last seen on the late night hype. The first 48. You got to put that music. That music be creepy, don't it?
Hey, and that voice. Hey, that man is good with that
witnesses.
voice too.
Mm-hmm. Last scene. They be just talking so slow with it.
They'd be like, is that the first 48? Is that the first 48 voice dude on there? That's him.
Hey, Bluthang said 1,000 Ways to Die. That's a good one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Did they get some bad deaths on 1,000 Ways to Die? Hey,
man, I don't believe half of them things.
I saw somebody die from a plastic fork. The little tip of the fork.
Mm-hmm.
They showed that on 1,000 Ways. I said, man,
I ain't gonna hold you. That show was lit.
I'm gonna get to heaven. I'm gonna be like, God, he took me out because of a plastic fork.
He said, hey, man, it's the easy way out, man. You could have died in a car accident.
Right,
Hey, yo, before we move on to the next segment here, I did want to bring up something that we didn't even push before the late night hype because so much was happening, man. We were just trying to, stay up to date on everything. But, Law, you kind of want to explain. We have a Legends giveaway, guys. This Legends giveaway, the timing is so perfect, man. And I meant to start with this at the top of the show because obviously we're kind of about 30 minutes in or what have you. So I wanted to start with this at the top of the show, but we do have a Legends giveaway for all that have been donating today. We will put your names in a drawing and go ahead, Law, and tell them what they are. entering a drawing for.
Right. That's a seat back, man, from the old Texas Stadium. And this is a Legends giveaway, autograph signed memorabilia that you can put into your man cave, or you can have it as a conversational piece while you're sipping on your cup of coffee at the dinner table. And I'm talking about Bob Lilly, Mel Renfro, Hall of Famer, Drew
Hall of
Pearson.
Famer. Let's give a shout out to Drew Pearson. Our Drew Pearson finally made the Hall of Fame.
Finally. And he got it in the senior way. I don't care. As long as he got in there.
He in there, man.
Right.
He in there, and I'm
he
happy.
He should have got in the Hall of Fame just when he did that draft speech.
Oh my goodness.
Facts.
Hey, so you had the ball. You had the person that threw the ball of what we call the Hail Mary, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the hall, but the person that received the ball was not in the hall. So you can't paint the picture without telling the two. So they should have put Drew Pearson in the hall. He belongs there.
Facts. I mean, when he retired, he was one of the all-time greats at receiver. And that's the problem is they waited so long.
They had Lynn Swann in there before Drew Pearson. Man, go to hell on.
Right.
Don't get me started. I got a whole lot of Steeler fans around here. But yeah, y'all, it's a seat back from the old Texas Stadium signed by Bob Lilly, Mel Renfro, and Drew freaking Pearson, man. So yeah, all donations from all across the channels, we will be throwing your names into the drawing. And on the next show, possibly on the next show, we'll be going ahead and doing that drawing live. So you'll see your name on there. And if you're picked by the wheel, you will be the winner of this here seat back from the old Texas Stadium signed by all these great legends of the Dallas Cowboys, man. Exciting stuff.
Indeed.
And this is one of a few things, right, Lo?
One of a few things. We got tons and tons of other things that we're going to be giving away this year. And think about it. This seat back is valued at over $400, right? So you can literally put $1 in as a donation to help elevate the nation, and you can get this seat back. You can get a $400, or beyond, because last I know is about these signature autographs that they become expensive and more expensive as the year go by. And on top of that, you guys see that number 74? That's why when me, Big Game, James, and Scott be talking about, hey, who's wearing number 74 out there, right? Right. Who got that number? They need to take that number off, Yeah. Shoot.
Indeed. Hey,
Mel Renfro, dog. Mel Renfro, Bob Lilly. These are the originators.
The originals.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Cowboys experience. I mean, if the weather was right and the news was right and the vibes were right, man, sometimes you guys would have been able to come out here and shake some of the hands around here for some legends, man. But
you can't do it now. They got to do gloves.
Got to do gloves now.
Hey, Law, I know you were real excited though about the particular side of the team, and that's defense. Hell, I was too. We all been speculating this offseason about a hybrid, and our guy came out and pretty much said that we are going to be running a hybrid defense. Let's take a look at, or listen to, and a look at Jalen Smith.
What differences do you see with the defense this year as far as disguising and different looks? Can you take us through a little bit just how different this will be?
It's going to be a hybrid. It's going to be a hybrid where we can get to any type of scheme that we want to. It requires a lot of learning, a lot of attention to detail. But we got some smart guys that are willing to prepare the right way.
How different is your role in this defense?
Say it again.
How different is your role in this defense?
Just a lot more active. I'm going to be able to really showcase my versatility. So I'm really just thankful, man, for the opportunity.
Yeah, man. There you go. Finally, as Rock says, we get official word that we're going to have a hybrid defense, that he's going to be moving all over the place. And as you can see here in this clip, we'll run a few times. We saw some people standing up. I mean, what's your take on, I believe that was D-Law and Alden Smith both standing up.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm excited. It's funny because me and Okoye, we had a show last night, and me and Okoye were talking about this very thing, the same thing. We were talking about going to that 3-4, and Okoye was mentioning that he thinks that the team would go to a 3-4 this year. And then you see it, and then we heard Mike McCarthy. I think you posted on your page as well, Sky, how he was talking about D-Law, how he compares him to Julius Peppers, getting him in the later stages of his career, and how Julius Peppers welcomed be able to stand up and be able to do some other things besides always putting his hand in the ground. Now, D-Law's going to still put his hand in the ground, but be able to give an option. And remember, I think it was maybe like a month ago, me and you were talking about how we wanted to see D-Law stand up, so it shows an image of what you don't know what D-Law is going to do. You know when D-Law puts his hand in the ground, you know he's rushing the passer. Now you see a D-Law standing up, you don't know if he might drop. Guess what? Greg Ellis went to that 3-4. He balked at it, didn't want to do it. He came in, had a career high 10.5 sacks. So I think this is going to benefit the team because now you're going to see multiple looks. You're going to see disguises. You're going to see a quarterback come to the line of scrimmage, and he doesn't know what's going to happen. And that's what gets us excited, folks.
Yep. Let me tell you what I love the most, though, about what I heard Mike McCarthy say in regards to D-Law standing up. And this is something that we don't ever hear something about Jason Garrett saying, right? He said, listen, we're going to give this thing a shot because exactly what we're saying, James, we think it gives the defense an advantage because you don't know. You know, it adds more into his wheelhouse. And he said, listen, though, if it don't work and it's best to put his hand in the dirt as a pass rusher, that's what we're going to do. I said, oh, my God, thank you. Because for years, we have seen this regime, the pass regime, trying to fit square pegs into round holes far too often. And just hitting their head against the wall constantly. And D-Law, listen, it's going to be a transition. I don't know if he's going to be great at it. I know he's a great rusher with his hand in the ground. I know his technique is amazing. That hop, chop, step he got going on is one of the best in the league. And we're hearing that we may possibly see more of that across the line because they said Jim Tom Sula taught that a lot in Washington. So we could see that being used from Alden Smith, from Anai, from D-Law, and possibly Gregory, and so forth. So,
Yeah,
you know,
Griffin too.
Oh, and Griff, but Griff got a nice. He got a nice one, kind of like that though.
Yeah.
Hey,
Added, yeah. But yeah, that's what excited me the most was that you know him saying, "Listen, we're going to try this out. If it doesn't work, we're going to do what's best for our player." You know, we need more of that. But go ahead, Law, your take on this whole thing, because I know you love it.
Well, my take on it is that, you know, when people look at the clip, I've seen some people say, hey, Law, that's a 5-yard penalty. Well, if they touch someone, yeah, it'll be a 5-yard. But I want people to look at it. You can look at one play, and there's 1,000 things you can pull from that one play. Meaning that you guys remember that with the old administration, it took forever for them to do hurry up offenses and things like that. And it took them to maybe to the last fourth quarter to really get their tempo up. Well, with Mike McCarthy, remember we hated Aaron, Dirty, Get Down, Rodgers when he would do the hurry up offense and not allowing us to change our personnel. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to paint this bigger picture for everybody. When Dak Prescott was yelling out the play, of course he called him off sides or what have you. I'm thinking that this year you will see more of that, and you will see more of up-tempo type of style of play. Now, with the defensive side of the ball, yes, D-Law is athletic. I don't know what people think that he's not, but he is athletic.
Oh, my God,
and of course, Alden Smith, he's going to bring in a lot to the table. He looks like he juiced up in a good way. And when you look at that play again, they had AB, all version of AB playing on the outside. So we don't know what this defense is going to look like, but I can tell you the defense is going to be high-tempered and up-tempered, I meant to say, and also the offense. So this year is going to be special, Cowboy Nation. It is.
Hey, you know what you just said, Law, right quick? You know, one thing that I really, remember how we talked about the pace. Zach Martin said the pace is a lot different as far as practice. But you know, one thing when we watched the Green Bay Packers, one thing Aaron Rodgers was good at was, like, if they had 12 men on the field or anything like that, Aaron Rodgers was quick to hike the ball and get that penalty. So many times, I know this may sound weird I'm saying this, but so many times I would see the Cowboys when we would get a penalty where we could get them offsides and get a free play, and we would just sit there and wait and let them be able to get their man off the field and be able to get off and then we hike the ball. I'm like, man, hike the damn ball, man. Get the damn penalty so we can get a touchdown. Hike the damn ball.
It happened one time last year, but that's only one time.
Once out of 75,000.
And we got a touchdown, too. Michael Gallup.
I'm just saying, 1 out of 75,522. So now,
but that's on Travis.
Now we might see up tempo. Somebody running off the field, hike that damn ball, throw it deep. I'm
gonna be real with you about that one though. That is a Aaron Rodgers thing. That's not. I don't think that's Mike McCarthy. I mean, it may be Mike McCarthy in the sense that Aaron Rodgers said, "Hey man, this is what works," and Mike said, "All right, go ahead, you can do what you want on that situation." But then it becomes a Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers center thing. All of those guys have to be on the same page with that. And you know, it wasn't really a Jason Garrett thing for that. It wasn't really a Dak thing or a Travis thing. It was all three of them. You know, but if you really want to take advantage of that, your center has to hike the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like your center has to go ahead, see it, and go. I think they were on the same page, and I think Aaron Rodgers perfected it. How many other quarterbacks did you see really do that?
I don't know, but hike the damn ball and let's get them. Let's get some penalties and throw it deep to CD or somebody. CD for Tatey. CD for Tatey. CD for Tatey.
Wow, man.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. I like CD.
You know the player I'm actually most excited about for this 3-4, man, and it's I thought it was going to be a pure 4, not a pure 4-3, but a more hands down. But I got a feeling it's going to be more standing up. Is this guy right here, man? Alden Smith. He's born for a 3-4 or a 3-4. Yes, he's born to play outside linebacker. He's born to stand up and have that momentum as opposed to putting his hand in the dirt. He can do it. Like we've seen him put his hand in the dirt, but he is excellent pass rusher. And here's the scary thing, y'all. I'm talking about, hey man, I just want to get 50% of Alden Smith. I just want to get this.
Man, he about to be nasty.
Dog. When
he
when
about
Zach,
to be nasty, this guy. He about to eat.
When Zach Martin comes out, and Zach Martin says, "Dog, I have not seen a guy be able to move the way he moves." I will repeat that one more time. Zach Martin, future Hall of Famer, 5-time, 6-time All-Pro, said he is not went up against a guy in the league that can move like Alden Smith. Whoa, that's trouble.
Hey,
Cram.
When Brandon Tucker came to me and was training him, remember we were talking back and forth, and when Brandon was like, "Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I know you're gonna trip off of me. I know it's been 3 years, but this dude, right?" He said, "This dude looks like he has not left the field." And one of the things that Brandon really told me about Alden that really stands out to me is we've him is that he said Alden Smith mental game was ridiculous, that he is really a smart football player, and I think that's what's really going to take him to another level as well, because he's a thinking man, and when you're thinking on that field and not just using your athletic ability, you become 10 times stronger, and I just think he's going to be an awesome addition. Let's get 10 sacks from you, Alden Smith.
Shoot, I ain't even really expecting 10, but if we get 10,
I'm taking 10.
You know what's crazy?
$10 holla.
You know what's crazy? We got this far, and we ain't even mentioned Everson Griffin in an extensive way here. Everson Griffin is on this team.
Everson Griffin, no blink.
He's on this team. This is crazy, y'all, because y'all know we've been championing for Everson Griffin for months. I mean, for months since I knew Everson. I'm just saying for his offseason. You know, I kept saying, listen, we love Randy. Hopefully he comes back. We love Alden, but he hasn't played in 5 years. We need somebody opposite of DeMarcus Lawrence who we can rely on to be here, to play, that is proven, that hasn't missed 5 years, that hasn't missed 2 years or what have you. And they finally did it. You know, I talked about it earlier with saying, hey, you never know, we might get snacks because we went out and got all those players. I didn't even mention Everson Griffin. So Everson Griffin's here. And even with the loss of McCoy, I still think this defensive line has to be respected in the NFC East, because I know we got a lot of other defensive lines that are up there, but where would you kind of put this? You still think this defensive line is one of the top ones with Everson Griffin and no McCoy, or you got to kind of knock us down some?
Yeah, we ain't knocking down. We going to the top. We going all the way up. Like Fat Joe said with Remy Ma, he said we going all the way up. Because think about it, Sky and Law. Think about this. We lose a McCoy, right? You still got a Dante Poe. You still got a Tyrone Crawford who made his money at the 3-tech. Remember, he was up and coming guy back in the day from the 3-tech spot. D-Law. They say he going crazy. Alden Smith. You got Everson Griffin. You still got a Dorrance Armstrong Jr. who ain't even talked about. You know what I'm saying? And Lord, if I think Roger Goodell's looking at us and saying, you know what, I just don't want to get Randy Gregory. If I bring him to the Cowboys, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. And I don't know if they want to deal with that 6. I don't know if they want to deal with that 6. Let me go ahead and get Randy Gregory back on the team. And they're gonna go ahead and get 6. I don't know if I want to do that. Because if you get Randy Gregory back on that defense, we smacking fools.
Smacking them, blazing them at the same time. Hey, I'm just looking at it like this, Big Game James and Sky. When you look at this collective body of team as it relates to the front four, we still ain't talking about Jalen Smith and what LVE is going to do by them being able to just run free. They're going to be free. And by D-Law standing up, let me just paint this picture. D-Law standing up, right?
Yeah.
Jalen Smith, he looks at LVE. LVE shifts to the middle of the field. Jalen creeps down into the box, right? He gets right beside D-Law. The teams don't know whether or not is D-Law coming or he's going to drop back. Is Jalen Smith blitzing off the edge? What we going to do now? And trust me, when you guys do your homework, Jalen, even though, even post-injury, I still think that he can still get that speed enough to get around that edge and get to the quarterback.
We talk about this a lot. Jalen moving forward is still top-notch. That's why I'm so glad they have him playing the will now, or the whatever you want to call it in his 3-4, because they can have him. He even said it. I can attack the ball. I can go sideline to sideline. Basically, he ain't got to think. He can just see it and go get it. And that's where he excels at, in my opinion. And you were on the money about having him rush because, he's so good at it. He's good. He was good at it in college. He was a rusher in high school. Like, he can rush the passer. It's all there. I'm sorry I don't have it for y'all, but if you go back and watch the State of the Union, I show the tape in college, the practice tape and the game tape. He rushes the passer, and it's not just I'm blitzing like Sean Lee up the middle. No, my man can dip. I ain't saying he got bend like a Randy Gregory, but he can dip, get under you. He can beat you with speed. He doesn't really have a bull rush, right? But I think with somebody like Mike Nolan and Jim Tom Sula, they're going to teach him, hey, we got to get you another move, a secondary move here, because we're going to be sending you a lot. His career high in blitzing was 63 or 68, I believe, 2 years ago. And for whatever reason, it dropped drastically last year. Could have had a lot to do with the injuries. Could have had a lot to do with the defensive line play being inconsistent. But they didn't blitz him as much, and he wasn't as successful. He didn't have as many sacks. Jalen can get to the quarterback. He really gets to the quarterback. We kind of briefly touched on a guy that I want to bring up because – you brought up his name, Tyrone Crawford, as a possible replacement for Gerald McCoy. But, see, I thought that originally. I thought right away, you got to go with Tyrone Crawford. Like, how do you not go with Tyrone Crawford? He's a 3-tech. He was a 3-tech. He's better inside. It's proven. His stats in 2018, he had 4 or 5 sacks, and 4.5 of them came from the inside. From that defensive tackle. He's not a DE, really, in my opinion, unless he's a left DE, if anything, but he played on the right side. Here's the thing, though. Steven came out and said Gallimore and Hill are going to have the first go at it at 3-tech with Tyrone Crawford having the ability to slide in. With that being the case, I'm having a hard time seeing where he really fits on the field. I get off the field in the locker room, he is an amazing leader, and he's that guy. He's a dog. But on the field, if we're going to be more hybrid guys, James and Law, where does a guy like Tyrone Crawford fit in he's definitely not standing up. There's no way. Right?
He's not standing up.
Tell me, Nation. Y'all tell me in the chat, too.
You tell, here's the thing, though. If we go into a Deacon defense, or let's say we go 3 down linemen, you can slow the slide of Tyrone Crawford in that middle. You shown the highlights that he's played that 1-tech position when they go into a 4-2, a 4-2-5, that Deacon defense that they like to play. You can slide him inside. I get what you're saying, but we ain't seen Hill. I love his potential, but we ain't seen Hill. I love
but
Gallimore.
but that's who they're going with, James.
That's what they're saying. No, they ain't saying that they're saying that those guys are going to have to step up. But they didn't keep a Tyrone Crawford that's still at $9.9 million a year for him to just be sitting on the bench watching Neville Gallimore and Tristan Hill get all
James,
that work.
Stephen Jones said we're going with Hill and Gallimore with the ability of Tyron to slide in if need be. And you saw it today. All the reports had Hill. Hill was the number 1 3-tech today. But you did bring something up. You said, wait, so you're saying if Hill is bad, then yes, you slide Tyron in there. If Gallimore is bad, yes, you slide Tyron in there. But I'm just saying they're going with the young guys right now. But you brought something up about the Deacon defense. I look at it this way. If we go to a pure 3-4 law, can't he play the 5-tech?
I really think that are you talking about Crawford?
Crawford.
Yeah, I think that he can play anywhere on that line. Now, as far as the production that you will want to get, it may be some hiccups there. But I think that also Stephen Jones is still a salesman, right? I mean, he got to pump up one of these guys. I don't know if they probably be propositioned to maybe trade or move on from one of these guys. So it could be a situation. I don't know. These guys are salesmen. They salesmen.
Shouldn't be trading nobody right now, man.
No,
they are salesmen. So, but still, a new broom can sweep the floor, but that old broom can get the corners. So Tyrone Crawford is that old broom.
A couple guys in the chat though, like J Farm and the Guru, they're saying, Tyron's he's not a big guy anymore. He's a small guy to be taking on a lot of pounding at 3-tech.
285?
285 small to be going to be full-time 3-tech. You usually want your 3-tech
what
to
was
be
Rat?
about
What was J Rat? What was J Rat?
Let's not disrespect J Rat now.
What was his weight though?
290. But it was a different. See, you can have different. You can have two that are 290, but they're different size of 290s. So Ratliff was built for that. But you got to look at Crawford was still. Here's the thing: Crawford has played the 3-tech many of years. So even though he got leaner, he still can handle. I believe he can handle that bruteness. What did they call Tyrone Crawford? The Butcher. He plays all multiple positions. If they didn't think they felt Tyrone Crawford was a guy that they wanted to keep, they would have got rid of him a long time ago. Tyrone Crawford's going to play a lot of that defense.
I don't want you to get it twisted. No one's saying that they don't want to keep Crawford. My question is, if Tyrone Crawford, because I think we're forgetting, we're kind of ignoring what I said earlier. They are literally saying the young guys are the 3-techs. Hill.
I mean, I hear what they're saying, but that like you said, my opinion. They say a lot of things. Stephen Jones says a lot of things that ain't true. So
I mean, but it was true. Tristan Hill was the starter at 3-tech. Tyron's healthy.
Dog, that's 2 days, dog. That's 2 days.
then come out and just say this. Then come out and say this. You don't think Tristan Hill is going to be able to be the starting 3-tech? You think Tyrone Crawford is going to beat him out?
Yes, I do.
Then say that, because the question that I put.
Can't sell that.
The question. Why couldn't Stephen Jones just come out and say, "Hey, we're going to go with a veteran guy, Tyrone Crawford, and we're going to see what the young guys can do"? Why can't he say? What is wrong with that?
Because everybody in Dallas Cowboys land going to say, "Yep, I told you, Tristan Hill's a bust."
How?
Well, or the flip side of it, Scott, would be this right here. Crawford is just given the position. He's not even fighting for it. The guy got 2 bad hips. So you mean to tell me a guy with 2 bad hips going to beat out these young boys or young bulls? So that's why Stephen Jones trying to invest. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just saying Stephen Jones still a salesman at the end of the day. He got to say to them guys, he got to say to the Hill guy that, hey, this is a fight for you and Gallimore, right?
So is Stephen Jones running the starting lineups now? I'm serious question.
He's the man.
Wow.
I mean, we talked about Jerry Jones.
Now we just took we just collectively took 3 steps backwards. We just collectively took 3 steps backwards. You just sat here and told me Stephen Jones is running the starting lineups.
Hey,
man.
So McCarthy don't got this power that we thought then.
I'm just saying, dog. I'm telling you, Crawford's gonna play a lot in this system.
No one is saying. You know what? I give up. Give up. That was not my question.
You keep on talking about Tyrone.
My question is literally, where does Tyrone Crawford fit If he's not the starting 3 tech.
If they start 4 down linemen, Tyron Crawford is starting. You ain't gotta like it. That's what's gonna happen.
You gotta listen. You keep switching the damn question, dog. The question was, if he's not the starting 3 tech, where does Crawford fit? It's simple. I'm just asking y'all where y'all think he fits if he's not the starting 3 tech.
I told you he's gonna be the starting 3 tech.
All right, let's move on. Clearly, you don't want to answer the damn question.
I told you the damn
question. Thank you, Law. Thank you, Law. Please answer the question. You didn't answer, but go ahead, Law.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Give me the question. Give me the question
if
again.
If Tyron Crawford is not the starting 3 tech, as Stephen Jones is saying, that's what we're talking. It's conversation, fam. If he's not the starting 3 tech, where does Tyron Crawford fit in the defense? Is it a 5 tech on a 3-4? Is it a rotational right defensive end? Where does he fit?
He's a 5 tech and a 3-4.
5. I was gonna say 5. 5 tech on the 3-4.
Damn, that wasn't that hard.
Man, hush your ass.
It wasn't that hard. This is what happens when you get old school versus new school.
Yeah, it's gonna be that every goddamn day.
You get old school. They don't want to hear nothing. They don't want to hear what the new school got to say.
Let the nation speak.
They know every damn thing.
What the people in the chat say.
I ain't about knowing every damn thing. I had a question. You ignored it.
I don't give a hell what you're talking about.
What the people in the chat said about it. Then where do they see Crawford?
One is saying he's a utility player. Another is saying he's too small to stay inside. Somebody called him a edge rusher. Tristan Hill better show his worth. Hill is suspect. Hill's still a baby. Crawford 6'4". Somebody said he's 6'4", 298. He's smaller than last year.
We got to do, Scott. We got to go back and probably have to do some more homework and see how many sacks Crawford really got shooting from the inside.
I did.
I think the majority of them came from the outside, right? Twist stunts and you get around.
No.
Where'd they come from?
4 of his 5 sacks came at defensive tackle. They came on a lot of them came on games with DeMarcus Lawrence. But they all came from the inside. Most of them. He got one. I think he got one against Washington in 2018, where he pretty much he pushed into the from the edge until I think it was not Keenum, Alex Smith maybe. I think might have been the quarterback, but it wasn't this impressive rush. He just got there. He's not a right defensive end to me. He's more of a left defensive end that's on the right side. That was forced there because you got a guy like Rob Marinelli who is just. I want orphan type dudes. And finally, Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can he bring in more sauce than what McClain brought us? That's all I'm asking.
McClain, you mean Terrell McClain?
No. The other guy. He going to the Raiders land. What's his name?
Collins.
Collins. Yeah, I'm sorry. Shit.
Collins was a top 3 tech last year in regards to pass rush. Not stopping the run. Pass rush, I believe he was top 10 in pass rush win percentage. So. Can Crawford do that? I don't know, man. Them hips don't lie. Who you calling? You calling me a bum?
Huh?
Who you calling a bum in the chat? I see you. Oh,
come on now, don't do that, Scott. You know
I don't know, dog.
Don't you ever do that. I love you.
I'm just saying.
I will never, ever disrespect you like that. This dude in here was saying, you got to replace Dick James. I'm calling him a bum and shut the hell up.
Who's that?
Whoever the hell his name is, Brian.
Oh, man. I love that we have different. Don't you ever say that ever again in your life, Scott.
Hey, dog. Gotta make sure.
I love the different opinions because that's what makes us unique. That's what makes us like people.
We gonna bang though.
Look, you should keep your thought and he should keep his. Yeah, hey, we don't have no production meeting saying, hey, on this topic we're gonna disagree about this and we're gonna agree about that. You know.
Hey, another person that came to the podium I wanted to talk about was Clinton Dix because we had McCarthy come out and say he's impressed with him. Y'all know how I feel about Clinton Dix. I think he can be a really good free safety for this team. And really, he was a turnover machine when he had some pass rush in front of him in Green Bay. But shit, he went to Washington and, that went away. But we were talking to Vach about Clinton Dix, and he said that basically the Bears ran 2 basically free safeties last year. So I think he'll be used to playing with a free safety next to him and Xavier Woods. How y'all think Ha can do in this type of defense, this hybrid thing here? I'm excited to see him because I think he can cover.
Yeah, man, sideline to sideline. I think that with the experience aspect of it, and if the front four do what they got to do, I think that these free safeties play, or the safety play, the defensive back play, will have the best season of their lives because the front is being so occupied. If they can win their one-on-ones, it's been so many games where I'll look at it and say, man, if Collins will only win, or if when they kick Hyder in, if he will only beat his one guy, and on the opposite side, of course, Woods, if he only beat his one guy, now I'm thinking that Woods going to be fresher because we got a Poe, and whatever we do with the Hill and the Neville Gallimore, I think that those guys supposedly can find a way or figure out a way to beat their one-on-ones, and I think the safeties will be able to corner in or be able to pick the ball off as necessary.
How you feeling about Clinton Dix, James, and Woods, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think we talked about it, I think, earlier today. The thing is, how we were talking about Woods, like this might be what he is. Now I'm kind of sitting there thinking, like, man, was it really that coaching? You get what I'm saying?
I thought you was about to say something about him.
You know what I'm saying? Was it really that coaching? Because Cheeto hasn't been a bad player Cheeto hasn't been a bad player in Dallas. Can we say that? He hasn't been bad. We know he don't turn his head around, but he's been right there. I think Cheeto is really going to have a good year, and I think Woods and Dix, I think they're going to really coincide with each other. Dix, remember, he had career years under Mike McCarthy. So I don't know if he's going to have a career year, but I think he's going to be a steady force for the Dallas Cowboys because, as he said, one of the first things when he had his interview is, I love being here because I have a relationship with Mike McCarthy. And I think that's going to be huge because you're coming in and you already know the mind frame and the mindset of this player.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think having McCarthy, I think that's why he's here, honestly. He probably could have went anywhere else, but he came here because he had Mike McCarthy, and I think he knew there was going to be a change in defense. I don't think the Bears' defense was an aggressive. I could be wrong. This ain't talking Bears, as they like to say on the mothership, but I don't think they were an aggressive defense. They had some aggressive players, like what's the cat's name in the interior? Damn, he was like a Pro Bowler. I forget his name, big dude. And then obviously Khalil Mack, Nathan, was it Trevathan? At linebacker before he got hurt. They had some really good guys in the front seven, but I don't think they played aggressively like we'll see Mike Nolan and Jim Tomsula do. And I'm telling you, man, I actually went back and had to look to make sure I wasn't just saying this, ignorantly. When Clinton Dix has a pass rush in front of him, he had between 2016 and 2018, he had 11 interceptions.
Wow.
11 interceptions. I don't think there's a guy in the 3-year combination that had 11 in her 5-year, the career. I don't think there's a guy in a career that had 11 interceptions on this team in the last, and maybe Brandon Carr. That's it.
Used Carr. I don't even think he got that many interceptions, but
he might.
It might, but
he was getting a lot at first.
Hakeem Hicks, thank you. Kansas City.
Hakeem Hicks is what they're talking
Hakeem
about.
Hicks, yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, I like him. I wanted him, man.
Yeah. And everything that I believe Eddie did, like the Robinson kid, the Eddie Robinson, the safety over there in Chicagoland.
Jackson.
Eddie Jackson. Eddie Robinson. Pour my mind everywhere. But Eddie Jackson being the safety, man.
That's because me and James had you over here trying to play referee.
Right. Hold up, Eddie Robinson, like, oh, he's Grambling. But Eddie Jackson, everything that he did made it comfortable for them to just say, okay, we're not going to hold on to Clinton Dix for any longer because this kid is playing out of his mind.
Well, it was only a 1-year deal. Is so interesting because he hasn't been a bad safety. Like, I think people get this wrong impression of Clinton Dix because he's been on 3 different teams in the last 2 seasons, now 3 seasons. He hasn't been bad at either spot. Now Washington, I think we can kind of get that was like 8 games.
Right.
It was Washington.
Think about it. It's Washington. And think about it. Since even when he went over to Washington and Chicago, he played damn near 90% of the snaps in each organization. So it wasn't like he
don't
went
come
over
off the
there
field.
and played a little bit. He was the man over there in each organization.
Yeah, he don't come off the field, man. He don't come off the field. Here's another guy that I love to talk about, man. And where's our guy? Where's my guy Wink? You know what? We're gonna take this call. We're gonna take
He
a
gave me a
call.
$5 holler yesterday, and I appreciate him.
We got to get Wink in here because he comes at Jarwin, but we'll talk about that after this, man. Let's get somebody on the line. 908, what's up, 908? You on the line?
Yes, sir. I've been sitting here, Eagles Nation and Handball Nation. What's good, man?
Eagle
Good,
Nation?
bro.
Yes, sir.
Eagle have they have a nation?
Right.
But no, what's good though? What's good?
What up,
Hey,
though?
we appreciate
You
you.
good.
I just got a question for y'all. You know, it's nothing. It's just a good question because I don't know all your names, but the one with the Dallas hat, not Law Nation, but I remember him saying a few weeks back something like, "Whereas though you need the big boys up front to generate pressure for it to be a successful defense, right?"
Yep.
And that is true. And I just have a question with the loss of Gerald McCoy, right? Because it's all I'm gonna really all back. I watched that Packers versus Cowboys game when y'all had lost to them in the playoffs. It just on the TV, and I watched that game, and I remember just watching it. I'm like, yo, Dak Prescott, didn't lose this game. It was the defense. So my thing is this: what? Now I know everybody's optimistic about your defense, but in regards to Dak Prescott, how will he be viewed if y'all defense stink it up and he put up the numbers again? How would that be fair if they try to franchise him again? I just got a question on that note because there's no way your offense is going to be bad this year. Like, it's impossible. Like, as much as anybody would like to say whatever, your offense is going to be good. The question is the other side of the ball, and I just wonder if should he still get blamed for a bad defense? Because we witnessed teams like the Steelers when they had AB, Le'Veon Bell, Juju Smith, and we witnessed teams like the Falcons with crazy weapons. And I wonder if he's gonna get that same kind of leeway with that in that situation.
Simple answer: no, he will not. This is Dallas.
Right. He don't get no leeway.
It's Dallas. It's Dak. Ain't a chance in the hell he's gonna get a lead if the defense stinks it up. But Dak has to still pull it through. That's the thing. Like, one of the things that I want to see Dak do more often is, regardless if the defense is playing bad, if it's a close game in the fourth, pull it through again. You did it before your first 3 years. Last year, that's why I believe it was an anomaly, because I've seen him do it. For 3 years, I've seen him do it. So, it really is no excuse. Like you said, the offense is plush. Now, if the defense is giving up 30 points, I mean, you're not going to win a lot of those games, man.
Yeah, man. That's a good call from Philly land, man. Hey.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, that's a real good objective call. I guess speaking from both sides of the situation. And of course, defense do win championships, and if Dak Prescott had the Legion of Boom, maybe we would have seen something like him going all the way to the Super Bowl. But you're right. If you create pressure from the inside, that helps out everything else. Your linebackers play better. Maybe, just maybe, your safety will play better. Maybe that last pass that Cook caught on Byron get down Jones, maybe Byron is there for that half step and is picked off opposed to being caught. And the defense, that's where you got to focus at in the interior. I agree.
We got 682 on the line. 682, what's up?
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
We good, brother.
Good.
All right, I got a question about the offense. So, like, you know how the players say, like, the offense gonna be like the same. So, like, when it comes to like the teams, like looking at their old film, do you think how can I say it? Like the offense is going to be like, it's gonna be looked at the same like you did last year, like.
So you want to know if our offense is going to be predictable, or are we going to be more versatile?
Yeah, it's going to be like more predictable.
Okay, we'll answer that. Appreciate you calling in, brother.
Yeah.
Good call, though.
Do we think I personally do not see if that happens. That shit happens again, dog. Under Kellen and under Mike McCarthy, I will be pissed. But how can you be that predictable now when you got, I'm going to say 3 added weapons? Well, these other 2 are only on the team. Okay, CeeDee Lamb's the obvious added weapon. Here are the 2 other added weapons. Blake Jarwin, Tony Pollard. I have to include them because I have to believe that they will be utilized more. Those 3 players, in my opinion, have to allow this offense to be unpredictable because you can do so many things with them. But I'll digress.
Man, James, man, what you got on this offense, man? It's no way it could be the same that it was before.
I mean, let's be honest. You know, daggone well, this offense is not going to be the damn thing for the last few years that we've seen. We just heard Mike McCarthy said, "I got 3 number ones." You know what I'm saying? He said, let me tell you right now, Michael Gallup ain't a number 2. He's a number 1. CeeDee Lamb's. I got 3 number 1s. I got a Ezekiel Elliott. I got a Blake Jarwin. I got a Tony Pollard who I'm sending out on the outside and who's going deep on passes, who can play running back and receiver. Do we really think that this is going to be a same boring? It wasn't even. And here's the thing: last year we was one of the top offenses last year, but it seem boring. It just me. It seemed boring. Like
it was boring, Jay. You know
it. Like damn, we the number 1 offense. This seemed boring as shit. Like this seemed basic as hell. How are we number 1? But I just feel like the quicker tempo with Mike McCarthy, he's going to incorporate Ezekiel Elliott in the passing game. Ezekiel Elliott even said that we've been doing a lot more. I've been working on my hands. I've been working on a lot more things in the passing game. And I think you're going to see a lot of that incorporated with Mike McCarthy. He's going to have a quicker tempo with his Cowboys. And what did we say? What did Jesse Holly say when he came on our show, Scott? Out even quicker, and I think that's what's going to be a real mainstay in our offense because, like I said, if you've seen Green Bay's offenses, they were quick tempo. They were always quick, and I think that's what you're going to see, the pace of the game that's going to go a lot quicker on this offense. I think it might be a lot more no huddle too.
That's where Dak Prescott excelled a lot in his first 4 years, was in the no huddle. And it's so crazy because when we were struggling on offense and in the last 2 minutes of the game or of the half, we picked it up. Guess what? Our offense started moving the damn ball. You know, just do what works, man. Again, stop trying to just do stuff to be arrogant or be, you know, stubborn, and just do what works. And they didn't do that last year, in my opinion. Enough, at least.
Play to Dak Prescott's strengths, man, and not try to make him to something that he's not. Even when you go all the way back to the Senior Bowl when he played that game, you know, he was just going through his progressions, just throwing the ball to the right person and the right receiver. I think that he plays better in those type of moments instead of having to go to the line, change the plays, make sure the protection is there, slide this guy there, slide this guy that way, and this sort of thing. Let this guy play comfortable and let him play that style of football. And I think that Mike McCarthy can identify that and put it out there for him.
So I think about him saying that, you know, Michael Gallup's the number 1 receiver.
He is. Hey, you heard Mike Gallup say, he said, I ain't going to never say that. He said that he said, I ain't going to never say it, but I'm going to be.
Hey, listen, I you know, it's our coach, you know, if you say it, hey, you say it, but I gotta see it. That's all I'm saying. I think Michael Gallup is a fine number 2 wide receiver right now.
All right, Gallup on the Miami Dolphins. Where you gonna put him at?
Hold on. Listen, I like Gallup.
I think he still would be.
I like Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker and Gallup ain't that much different.
Here's the
Gallup
thing.
on the Bills. Where you have him at?
He's not better than Diggs.
Oh yeah, I forgot Diggs there.
So you had.
Well, I can't wait to see Diggs and see what he's gonna do. Go ahead. Who?
You had Randy Moss. You had Chris Carter. You had Jake Reed. Was Randy Moss took
right.
over and beat number 1, right?
You're right. Yeah, that's a good point.
So Chris Carter was a great number 2. You don't feel bad at Chris Carter being a number 2, killing folks.
Well, he was number 1 before Moss, but yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he became like a 1A.
Is Michael Gallup a 1? I think he a 1, maybe a 1B or whatever you call it, right? 1A, 1B.
Right.
I don't think he's the number 1 on this team, but he's basically saying is he a number 1, like he has number 1 traits. You know what? If you get Michael Gallup in an offense that gives him number 1 targets, I think he will put up number 1 numbers. So who the hell am I? You know, I'm just a fan. But I just need to see him be able to step up more, because when the true number 1 went out, did y'all see a number 1 in Michael Gallup?
No.
Okay.
Well,
look,
I wouldn't want my second-year wide receiver to do that, but I feel what you're saying though. You know, I just feel like.
I mean, I saw Juju Smith-Schuster. second year snap. But
Oh, I forgot to
first
say
year. That
this.
was his
I
first
see
year.
some
Never
people
mind.
in the chat say, well, Gallup is better than Diggs. Diggs' numbers
No,
were not
no,
compared to
no.
Gallup.
Yeah,
Gallup numbers are better than Diggs last year's numbers.
I don't
I
care.
get you with numbers.
I don't care.
He is not better than Diggs. Okay, so let's stop that.
Nah. I like Gallup, man, but I'm not being a homer here.
Not better than Diggs.
Diggs has better hands, way better hands. He's a way better route runner.
Great route.
His contested catches, if you want to call him even, sure, but I mean, I'm not doing that yet, dog.
Is Diggs lining up on the outside or the inside? Because
Everywhere.
Thielen line up on the outside,
He
right?
can line up everywhere, dog.
Diggs
can.
Diggs got Trayvon. Diggs got his brother better for us. You feel what I'm saying? Diggs got his brother better for us. Thank you, Diggs, for getting your brother better for us, because he's gonna be nasty this year because you. Thank you, Stephen.
Stephen.
Whatever you have. Whatever you have.
I don't know what it is either. I'll get both of their names messed up.
Right. Stephen.
Hey, 704, what's up, 704? You on the line?
Red 32. Red 32.
Josh
Normal.
He said,
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dak Prescott.
What's up, Dak Tat?
I can't call it, man. Look, ain't that crazy how McCoy already out of there, man?
Yeah.
It's
But
surreal.
I got the solution, man. I got the solution. I know what to do. I know how to fix this thing.
Okay.
It's one person out there that can fix this thing. Stick him right in the center. That's Law Nation's beard. Nobody's running through that thing. You understand me?
That's 3 sacks a game, fam.
Automatic. But, man, I just came to top it up with y'all right quick, hear what y'all had to say. Give my shout-outs, man. Uncle Charles, how you feeling, baby?
Onk in the building.
Watch. You already know. But, yeah, man, talk to me. I just want to top it up with y'all. I ain't really had nothing specific to hit on. I just wanted to show my love.
Appreciate you, bro. All the time calling in, man. And you always in these chats talking it up and keeping it real in there, man. Appreciate you.
You already know, man. I got to hold it down for the fam.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
sir.
indeed, man. Really
Love
appreciate
you
you.
for life.
My dog. I'm going to get some other callers in here, bro.
For sure.
Hey, 347. What it is, what it do?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
How you doing, brother?
Brother Prince on the line.
The Prince?
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I'm just piggybacking on what everybody else said. You know, it's unfortunate about McCoy. You know, it's kind of next man up. That man is probably going to be Crawford. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I'm totally all right with that. Gallimore is a rookie. Hill is a second-year man. So we're going to bring them along, you know, but you kind of got to look at it like a three-headed monster on the inside, you know, with those three guys. But I think the solution for that loss on defense is going to be more offense. When the last Cowboy game that I went to back in 2018, I'm from New York, and so I went to that last game when the Cowboys played the Giants. And you remember in that game, Zeke didn't play. Rod Smith was the starter.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but he never really did anything for us. He made a couple of plays, I guess.
That game
Actually,
he went off.
He made one play against the Giants, I remember, in 2017, I think it was. But anyhow, they stopped using him. They stopped trying to run. He wasn't effective running the ball, and so they were passing on every down. Like you said, no huddle. You know, we got off to a big lead, then we came back. Then, you know, at the end, Dak made that great play, that great pass probably his best pass of his career, or one of the best passes of his career, in the back of the end zone to Beasley. The point I'm trying to make is that we sped up the offense, by going no huddle, and we just started attacking, downfield, and that's what we're gonna have to do.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to attack with our passing game, attack downfield. Instead of Beasley, now we got CeeDee Lamb. I mean, that guy catches everything.
Instead of Cobb, we got CeeDee Lamb.
Everything.
Yeah.
Huh?
Instead of Cobb, we got CeeDee Lamb.
Instead of Cobb, we got CeeDee Lamb. So instead of Beasley, we got Cobb. Instead of Cobb, we have CeeDee Lamb. Right. So this guy, he's gonna be great, And so that's my solution. That's what we're gonna do to solve this unfortunate injury on defense. We're gonna have to, become Team 40 Burger, and so that's what I think is gonna happen for this season. I'm looking forward to it, and thanks for having me on, guys.
Appreciate you, brother.
Do your thing. I love what you guys do, and keep on doing your thing, man.
Appreciate
it's
you.
beautiful,
Salute, man.
Yeah, appreciate you guys too. All right.
Hawk the body go.
Hey, Jessica, wow, man. Jessica, you wild.
Jessica.
I just want to tell you
Chill,
that.
Jessica.
You wild. You wild, Jessica. I love you, but you wild.
What she say?
So his solution is more offense, less defense, essentially. Now, let me just say this, okay? Because we seen a lot of panic over the McCoy thing. I agree with you, James. Had it been Poe, I'd probably be a little bit more upset and a little bit more nervous. Mm-hmm. Again, no one's saying Gallimore or Hill is anything just quite yet, but we do know those guys are pure 3-techs. Quick get off 3-techs. Crawford has the ability to go inside and play 3-tech. He's done it in his career. So losing him, we're equipped to have guys that can go in there and be okay, I think. But if we lose Poe,
that hurts.
And listen, I'm sorry, Antoine. If you want to come out here and get mad at me and Law again or what have you, I'm not. I don't want to rely on Antoine Woods as my starter for 16 games. So I don't think losing McCoy all of a sudden makes this defense, a defense that's going to give up 30 and we got to score 40.
Right.
Yeah.
You lose D-Law and McCoy. You lose McCoy and Poe. Or, you know what I'm saying? You start adding these up, then sure. But just McCoy.
Unless Antoine Woods got the touch of death and everybody he touched falls over and get injured for the season ending move right there.
So, I hope not.
That Antoine, he came through that gauntlet. I said, God dog.
I said, hey man, why you hey Twanka? I'm gonna be quiet.
No, I got pissed
so
when I seen it.
I don't want him to hear this show because you know how he did you, Law. I am hear this show and be like, hey, let me see you come to that game, big game. Twanka like that. Twanka hood. I ain't gonna say too much about you, Twanka.
Somebody earlier when I was showing
from Compton, huh?
I was showing the footage of, I guess, the practice footage. Somebody said, man, Antoine Woods looks small next to all those linemen.
Big.
Well, dog, he's only like 5'11".
He's 118.
He built like, they call him a human log for a reason. He's short and stubby. He's the big boy. He just wide. Right. He's not tall though.
He will find you on Twitter.
Yeah.
KMT said he doesn't think Woods is big enough to fill the role of Poe. I mean, Woods is literally a 1-tech. Right. He's a 6 foot, 315, 20 pound guy. He's just not over. I think because he's so short. I don't think he's as strong for whatever reason. Is not every reason. Poe's a manster, but he's not as strong as you would like at 1-tech. But he is a 1-tech. I mean, let's just keep it a bean.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing about him is I don't know if I want to put him at nose, James. Like literally in a 3-4 at the nose.
Oh hell no! Unless we're in a passing down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because we saw Sky when the Cowboys put him in that middle and they put the center and the guard and they double teamed him, Woods struggled. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
He did.
I saw your boy though play at nose though.
Who's that?
Huh?
Zero. I saw your boy play at zero, but it was like for a limited snap. Like it was against the 2015 Carolina Panthers. Go back and watch that film. He got a sack off of that.
What are you talking about?
Crawford. I seen him play at 0-1 and nose. You know.
Crawford can play. I'm talking about Woods. If Woods catches a double team, Woods get pushed all the way out.
But see, I think there's going to be different assignments though for these tackles, and I think it's going to entail taking on more double teams to free up your linebackers. And I've seen Woods beat a few double teams here and there. I have. Again, what I don't like about Woods, I don't think he has the stamina to keep taking on these bigger guys all game, all season, and play with that same energy. Woods in spurts can be really good for you as a reserve. We talked about that. Excuse me, a lot. But Woods constantly playing. If he has to play 50-60% of the snaps, it's not good, fam. That is not good.
Because third, fourth quarter, they're going to start running the ball on us like they did before.
He's a 30% snap type guy, 35% snap type guy. Always has been, really.
Yeah.
Even
in his mind, he's 80 to 90% because when I said that, he got mad at me. He's like, we'll see about that, Law. We'll see about that. I'm going to mark this comment. I'm going to prove you wrong.
Yeah, he said I'm going to save it.
Woods, here's the thing. I don't want you to come out here and try to slap fools, but at the end of the day, dog, let's keep it real, Woods. You went undrafted. Nobody was touching you. The Cowboys came and scooped you. Let's keep it real. I know it may hurt. It hurt me. It would hurt my pride.
You know what it was, James? All that hot boy shit. They got in this hot boy stuff, and the whole damn room just. Who do y'all think y'all? How the hell is y'all hot boys and y'all can't get 40 sacks?
Right.
Y'all can't get turnovers.
Y'all can't get 40 sacks, but y'all got big jugs of hot boy.
Please retire.
All everywhere.
Retire that. You got to call on a bunch of callers on the line. We got a whole bunch.
We got Woods on the line. What?
He probably didn't heard us. This is Tawaka TV or whatever the hell it's called. 580. What's up, 580?
What do you know?
580.
Derek Grimsley from Oklahoma.
What's going on, Derek?
Oh, not much. Well, I've been listening to y'all for about an hour and a half.
Appreciate you.
I just got one thing to say, man. As far as our offense goes, good luck stopping all these guys.
Good luck.
This defense, man, I was really pumped about McCoy. It's bad that he went out first padded practice. Imagine that. What do y'all think? Y'all think since we got Griffin, he can play 3-tech too?
I don't think they go. He's an excellent defensive end, though. Do you know who you know what they were saying? Is it Greg? You said Greg from Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. You know who I heard that they slid inside a little bit? Alden Smith.
Alden Smith is the guy that they're going to slide in.
I've heard about, and I was going to bring it up earlier, but again, just hearing what they're talking about, they didn't mention him being like a full-time guy, but man, he's 285 now, right? Put about 5 pounds on and see if you can be, Ratliff, but I don't know, man. It's just a different ball game in there. You can
But Sky, think about this. It's 2020 now. Guys are more hybrid, just like we've been talking about the defense. You can slide to Alden Smith and get away with it.
Can you do it full time now?
Right. Not a full time, but you can slide him in. That's why I just said this is a good type of scheme that they want because you have multiple players. That's why it's not a big blow, even though it hurts us because we like McCoy as a person. I think that's why it hurts because a lot of us like McCoy as a person. He's a great player, but we like him as a person. But if you look at the depth that we still have, we're still okay.
Yeah,
really okay.
What do you think about, like the caller said here, Griffin, though, at the 3-tech? I mean, he can slide in on like a pure pass rush.
Passing down.
Yeah, I mean, if we up by 20, then you can put anybody out there.
We have Michael Bennett last year, right?
Go ahead, Greg.
I don't know about y'all, but I think I'd be more nervous if it was Poe that went down because if you put Antoine Woods at the nose guard, when we played the Rams in the playoffs in 2018, they exposed him big time.
Yep, that's what we. Yep, that's
You know,
exactly.
I mean, they
what
were
we
shoving.
said.
Y'all remember that? They were shoving us way back 5-10 feet. You know.
Here's the thing with Antoine Woods. He's not going to keep your linebackers clean, and I think that's what this new scheme is designed for. We need bodies to keep big bodies up there to keep these guys clean. And Antoine Woods, he literally plays a perfect. His style of play is perfect for Rob Marinelli because he wants to get upfield and get upfield in a hurry. He's not about anchoring. You know, he's not about taking on blocks. And Tyron Crawford, I believe, is one of the guys who spoke about it in this conference. He said, they asked him, what's the difference between, you know, your scheme in the previous years and this one? He said, this one, what's different is we're not getting upfield. We're kind of waiting and seeing and keeping and occupying offensive linemen. I don't know if Antoine Woods is built for that, for a consistent amount of snaps. He's built for it for a little bit of snaps, but I'm not putting Woods in there, you know, for like I said, 50% of the snaps.
Game is gonna
Hey,
wear
Scott,
that.
I just sent you a picture of your boy Poe, and he's next to D-Law, of course.
Fat as hell.
You go on that Twitter page. I sent it to you.
He's a fat boy.
The fat boy. Look at them legs,
Who's
man.
that?
If you can just see it, look at the legs, the lower body extremity. That's a big boy.
I love the fat boy.
You can't move that around all day.
You can't
I don't
move.
care who you are.
You literally, like,
The offensive line gonna be like, man, come
Hey,
on,
Greg.
man, y'all stop subbing.
before we move on, thanks for the call, Greg. Appreciate you.
Good call.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care.
Thank you, sir. Great call, Greg. Yeah, before we move on to that, I gotta get back to the picture. I think it was Bucky Brooks, who, you know, was a well-respected, you know, analysis or analyst or what have you. He said, I don't know what anybody really talking about here, but Poe still cannot be moved. He is literally an immovable object. You know,
Right.
people are not. So when everyone goes back and looks at the Panthers tape, it ain't Poe getting bullied and moved around. That is not happening. Okay? It's not him. So, you know, he's going to be tough and he's going to keep your guys clean, and that's what you want. In this scheme, you want to keep LVE, Jalen, Sean Lee, whoever the hell's back there. You want to keep those guys clean. So I still want snacks. I'm greedy.
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 Hell
Want
yeah.
snacks.
Man, put that weight, lean on everybody, man. By the
That's all I
end
know.
of the fourth quarter, it's gonna be over with.
Y'all better not lose.
Who's that? Some Eagles fans?
The Lakers.
What's the score?
It's a close one right now. I saw the last.
It was winning 68-65.
I told you. Listen, we need him to push us, but I told you. I said Portland going to be a tough out.
I told everybody that people ain't want to listen.
We'll see. This COVID championship.
Woo, you better not lose. I'll be all in your inboxes, man.
For what? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't care about the NBA right now.
Okay, I'm still in your inbox.
I told you I still think the Clippers are the team to beat. And I'm a Laker fan.
I feel you. I'm still coming in the inbox.
For what? You a Mavericks fan. No Mavericks fan can talk any crap to me.
I will talk to you all day.
Oh, you one of those fans.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. It's good to know. It's good to know.
Listen, I'm keeping it real.
I know, because I hate fans that be trying to act like they ain't like that.
I'm like that.
Okay. Just know if I return the favor,
I can eat it.
pick up your phone.
I know you will. I already know you will.
Just pick up the phone. That's all.
But they did do your boy KP. They did do your boy KP wrong last night, though.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna tell you what kind of fan I am after a goddamn game, and I got friends and family. Don't call my damn phone after we lose to the Eagles or the Giants, and don't do it because I'm not answering.
Oh no,
I'm not answering. Man, they be trying to call me right after the game. I don't want nothing. I'm not talking to you after we just lost a heartbreak.
But Scott, you must go through this though. When we win, our phones stay off though.
Oh,
right?
nobody call me when we win. I don't call nobody. I
I
don't call nobody. I celebrate amongst my folk. But
no, I'm talking about the haters. When we win, they don't call us.
They don't be on my inbox. They don't be in my wall. Nothing.
I'm just. All I'm gonna say is you okay.
Not you. I already know what you gonna do. Okay. Shoot, he was getting hyped when our second and third string was losing to who the hell was we playing at the Rockets? Talking all types of shit.
Yeah, look, like you like it suck. They're like, no.
I was like, really, dog? Like I was real cool with you about these masks, but you know what?
He said, let's do another game. I'm gonna trash them.
I'm gonna trash the shit out of them. Speaking of which, did the Mavericks win yesterday?
Stop it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be subtle. I don't really need to say nothing. You lost.
I'm be quiet.
He said, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna cry when I get in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk shit when you leave. Hey, look who it is. 910. Is it the 910? Is it the 910?
Nah, down.
My God.
Yes, speak for your mind.
What it is, what it do.
I feel
We got
good.
the tools today, brothers.
What's up, bro?
Got the tools today, man.
Bring it.
It's a lot of fakery out the imposters, man.
What they talking
First
about?
of all, I want to talk about y'all brothers in this Cowboys network. Y'all been building. Y'all three. OG Mark Holmes, Okoye, Foots the King, Box Lombardi. Strength in numbers. Just like for our team, this nation, this team, be strong with it. The young prodigy, Skywalker Still, doing his best James Brown, Ernie Johnson impersonation. The young prodigy doing his thing with the production, stepping the game up. The streets love big game. You know what I mean? We listen to these other journalists, we'll think Quincy Carter was on cocaine. Big game brought us that news.
Yeah.
You know he a real one. How many interviews people doing from the halfway house with these clowns? But to my brother from another mother, I got a special connection with this brother. We got a similar pedigree. I started listening to Law. Middle of the night, I woke up in the middle of the night. It was the game when we beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
This is no beard Law. This is Dallas in the background Law. And I followed that man step by step, brick to brick. The soul of that brother, heard the struggle. What school you went to, Law? Tell him.
Yeah, JSU, School of Hard Knocks in Natchez, Mississippi. You know how I go.
Yes, sir. I'm HBCU too, North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
I respect your grind. I know your grind. Because what y'all doing, this is not your job. Big Game show you his job. Law show you his job. What y'all doing is a passion, but it's about to be your job. The blessings is coming to abundance, brothers. Keep it up, brothers.
Appreciate it.
Because these imposters, that shit had me tight last week, bro.
Yeah.
Because with Law Nation, that man leave you with scriptures on his live screen after talking football.
Real talk.
He eats, sleeps, drink the Dallas Cowboys. Law Nation might do a 10-minute video 3 o'clock in the morning, man.
He ain't lying.
All in the rest of these fakers, the imposters, they mad because they see it coming. Because this is organic. Brothers build it from the bottom up. These are real fans, not no fake followers, not no bots on your social media account. You feel me?
I feel
So
you.
y'all brothers, y'all keep it up, bro, because you got a nation behind you, and this is my calling to the nation.
Yeah.
Let's get that paper for these brothers.
Yes.
The only thing separating these brothers from Fox, ESPN, whatever, is finances.
Real talk.
You mean to tell me Baldy's breakdown is not Fox or Koye Media? You mean to tell me we can't send Big Game James to wherever, halfway houses to the hood, to get the perspective of older players who might be went on some trials and tribulations? And what Skywalker Still is doing with his production, making everything look clear, making it look clean and neat. It's remarkable.
Thanks, sir.
But we YBE, we young black entrepreneurs. It's a new day.
Yes.
And it's a new tide. And black journalists will be protected, and they will be respected. And that's my time. But for your imposters, we ain't even no say your name, because it's not a game. Peace.
Peace. Yo,
that gave me chills. I got goosebumps and all that shit. I done drank some beer. You lucky we doing a show, because if we wasn't doing a show, I done kicked all this shit out of here. I done kicked the table, I done kicked the computer.
Man, he coming with the damn heat. It's real too, man. I mean,
my damn monitor, he got me hyped. I want to do like 100 push-ups right now.
I talked about it.
I want to smoke this cigar right now, man. In honor of 9 Dime, you know.
Man.
Then he shout out all the HBCUs out there, man. Shout out to JSU, man. Gosh, man.
Shit, dog.
Yeah, I love what he said though about the real fans or what have you, man. Because I said this with Vaj. I said, dog, we honestly got the pulse of the nation. I really truly believe that we have the pulse of the real pulse, not the hot take post, right? Not the shock jock post, not none of that stuff. I feel like the fans that are in these chats at what is it? Your way it's 10-13. My way it's 11-13. Guys like 9 Dime and everyone that calls in here. I think these are real fans, because they know we're not bringing them anything but the real, even if they don't even if they don't agree. You know what I'm saying? And they disagree with what we got to say. At least it's coming from an organic place, like he said. We ain't up here, me and James, when we disagree. This ain't pre-production like, yo, James, I want you to say no to this. I'm going to say yes to this. This ain't none of that.
No.
Man, I appreciate that.
Kiss my ass. We going at it.
Going at it.
I mean, and it's like that if you go listen to the round.
We fuck each other and we good.
Yeah, you go listen to the round table. You get disagreements between, Law, Vach, Foots, and Okoye. Because that's it's organic, it's real, and I think y'all out there respect that, man, and I respect the hell out of y'all for rocking with us.
Yes, I respect the hell of that call.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Big Game James, say again what you think what 9 Dime look like, man. What he's saying when he calling in.
Hey man, I don't know. He look like Nino Brown. Like he sound like a Nino Brown. Like he sound dark skinned with a goatee. I'm not trying to hate on you, 9 Dime, but you sound like you smoke fat blunts. I'm not hating because I'm feeling you, but you sound like you smoke fat blunts, and I'm chilling there with you.
9 Dime, man. Unbelievable.
Chilling, man. That's my dog, man.
Yeah, he
said no beard law. You know what I'm saying?
I seen some of those videos too. I went back and watched a while ago the no beard. I was like, who that? That's not James Harden. Let me get another one up in here. 559. What it do?
Yo.
What it is? What up?
Yeah.
What up, man? Hey, y'all don't shoot. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm unbiased though. I got a couple questions, all right?
Y'all Eagles fans love, don't y'all?
Hey, I respect y'all. I'm coming through with some respect now.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
I wanted to piggyback off of that talk y'all was talking about with Michael Gallup being a number 2. Some of y'all was saying he was a number 1. You could probably put him on Philly. He'd probably be a number 1 in Philly.
Yeah.
If you guys still got
Jeffries.
They got Jeffrey, but I'll take Gallup over Jeffrey now.
And I heard a lot of y'all talking about based off of last year, and it's a tough debate if you going off of just last year. I mean, really, he had a better year than a lot of people last year. I mean, I heard somebody say about Stephon Diggs and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't take him over Stephon, but Michael Gallup, as far as stats go, he had 1,100 last year. He had 1,100. So,
absolutely not a slouch. I think if you put Michael Gallup in a position where he's getting number 1 targets, he could definitely put up number 1 numbers. But when someone says number 1 to me, I'm just thinking of the player, not statistically. And the only reason why I'm trying to say that I have to see more from Michael Gallup to say he's a number 1 as a player with his skills is because I've seen him when we needed him to be a number 1 wide receiver. He just quite wasn't. And where he did produce is when the actual number 1 wide receiver was there in Amari Cooper, he had big games. So that's all I'm saying is I just need to see him be a number 1 in number 1 situations. But can he put up number one numbers in Philly with Carson Wentz? Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, and then that defense. So how do y'all feel about Chris Richard? Because I personally, I got a lot of respect for Chris Richard. I mean, that 2018 defense, that last half of the year, man, that was tough. That was tough. That was a tough defense down the stretch right there. what you guys did to us towards the end of the year, we were struggling getting past that defense, man. That defense makes you be patient. And then now you talk about Mike Nolan. I mean, I like he's been around the league for a long time. And he was obviously a part of that Saints defense. He was a linebacker coach over there. He had a lot to do with the Saints defense and stuff. But golly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all now. Like, I'm a little happy to see Chris Richard out there. Chris Richard, obviously, he connected to the Seattle defense. So, that Seattle. I mean, we all know what that Seattle defense stands for.
I'll let my guys take this one before I speak, because I got something to say about it.
Well, sometimes it's hard to play basketball with the girls' basketball, right? Sometimes you got to play with your own basketball, So I'm thinking that Chris Richard, although, we saw we had high love and high hopes for him to bring in that Seattle's mentality, but he was never given his version of the basketball, if I can use that in this type of context. So wherever he go, he regroup and get back out there and prove that he's worthy, and it'd just be a situation that we would never know.
I mean, me personally, I think he got grace with that Seattle defense. I mean, I'm not hating on Chris Richard because I love what he brought to the table that first year, and I love the attitude. But he was graced with that team in Seattle. It wasn't like he was there and he built that defense or things of that nature. I think the situation where we got right here, right now, I'm not hating on Chris Richard, but if you're sitting there handcuffing your defense when your cornerback is saying, I can't do these type of things because my coach is saying you can't, I gotta be like your boy. That's a no for me, dog. That's a no for me, dog. If you can't let your corners, if he's sitting there saying at practice that I can't do this and that, I want to know how to do this with Amari Cooper, but I can't because my coach is saying, that's a big fat no for me, dog.
So here's the thing with Chris Richard. I don't think Chris Richard's a bad coach or anything like that. I don't think Chris Richard was allowed to have his guys like we're seeing now. That doesn't mean even if he got his guys, they would have miraculously did a bunch of stuff, because I feel like Chris and Rob Marinelli just weren't on the same page. However, so you're saying that, with Mike Nolan being around, we're not really confident that he's going to really turn the defense around type thing. Here's my thing about Mike Nolan, and it's really not him personally. It's the philosophical change that I am excited to see. It is no longer a vanilla offense and vanilla defense. We're hearing from our players that this is going to be and more of an exotic defense. Like, teams are not going to know what we're doing every play. Literally, Cheeto literally came out and said teams knew what we were running every play. And the reason why, if you go back and look at the stats, why quarterbacks have a high percentage of passes completed is because we allow them to complete the passes, and we got to rally and tackle. So if you go look at a lot of Carson Wentz's games, he has I think got like 10 or 11 touchdowns against us, but his yardage totals are not high. A lot of those touchdowns are in the red zone from dink, 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 dinking. We make the quarterback have to, matriculate down the field, right?
Yeah. And just to piggyback off of what you're saying, Sky, the first touchdown that the Philadelphia Eagles got on us last season on I guess win or you end game.
Yeah, it was against tight end.
It was a Dallas Goedert versus a J. Lou. I don't think that this particular.
I don't know about Russell Wilson throwing that pick at the end, but Tom Brady, it was a lot of checkdowns, a lot of checkdowns.